Alright, what is up, guys? So I am back. Whew. I am back out on the trail. Yeah, let's see how this started. Got a ride from Milwaukee to Waukesha, and then rode the bike from Waukesha to LaGrange Lake. And that's where I left off last time. But yeah, following Google, trying to get out here, I don't know, led me to some road, and then that road doesn't go through. It leads to a farm, even though GPS says there's a road. There isn't. So Connolly Road going into Will Scarlett Road, there's no road. So I ended up jumping on this trail over here, which leads me to the Ice Age Trail off this LaGrange Lake. And last time I was on trail, I was at the shelter. I had to walk 3 miles trying to get here to find this water source. Somehow ended up getting lost because it's nighttime, and never end up making it to this water source that's here. And that's when I ran into this really cool couple. So this time now, since I can't find the road I need to be able to get to the parking lot, so I'm back on the trail, the IAT, and of course, here's the water source. Tons of benches that are back here. There's a bench right in front of me down here. And I can walk right down to the water, which is what I needed to be able to do last time. Yeah. So probably can't see me, but yeah, great water source. I wish I would have found this last time. That would have made life a little easier. But I got to meet some really cool people. So yeah. So I'm going to get some video of this, and then I got like a mile walk with this bike to go lock this bike up so I can officially get back out on trail. Alright, so that is the parking lot that I got bailed out last time. And then right across the street we've got the Whitewater Lake segment. Alright, I gotta get off this road. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring the gimbal out just yet. I got obviously a late start, like you saw. And I got 11 miles to do, and this pack's heavy, so I kind of want to just go knock these 11 miles out. So I'm just going to kind of film with the phone holding it, and then I do have a little action camera there, so yeah, so I'll film a little ways as I'm going, but really got to make up some time here and knock these miles out. So already an incline. It's good. Get these muscles going. My legs were cramping up from the bike, so but yeah, it's good. It feels so good to be back out on trail. I'm excited. Here we go. All right, so sorry, again, the footage is going to be a little shaky. I just didn't feel like messing with that gimbal. And honestly, I debated bringing it because that gimbal's been through hell, and it's got so much water damage, so it likes to freak out on me a lot. I'll be filming something and it'll just start flopping around. So I was debating bringing it, but I figured there's definitely going to be some stuff I want to film. Plus I'm trying to practice using that to film different different style shots. That kind of slows me down hiking too, because I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, this would be a great shot to get, and then I'm standing around for 10 minutes trying to film something and make it look good, filming it multiple angles, and sometimes doing the same shot a few times to see which one plays out better when I'm editing. So not all the stuff came out looking very good last time though. So I need more practice. So I brought it. It's just the only problem with bringing the monopod, plus I have another handheld extender piece that I can attach to the monopod, or just attach the gimbal to that, or even use the little action camera. I'm going up. So those two items, that weighs a pound just by itself, and then the gimbal, it's almost another pound. That's just two extra pounds. And then I did bring 3 little fuel canisters, just because I don't know, each one has been used out on a trail, whether this trail or other stuff, and I just don't know how much fuel is left. Because I am going to be out here for a little while, I just brought the 3, so that's a little bit extra weight. I did have another water bottle clip at the house, so I attached that. 3 of them broke, if you remember. So I have these little straps that I can clip the water bottle in and then kind of use these straps to hold it in place. And I'm hoping that helps. But if it doesn't, I did bring a water bottle holder. So, you know, it's not like the heaviest thing, but it's also not ultralight either. So I kind of have that carabined right now to like the hip belt. And then I brought like another little fanny pack thing. I'm already hurting. Another little fanny pack thing that I have also attached to the hip belt, just to fit more snacks. My cables and stuff for these things. So yeah, I got this one, and then I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have that one down there. So there is like a little fanny pack thing from Hyperlite called the Versa. It's all Dyneema. Something I've been looking at getting. And then, you know, I had gotten this REI one. I was like, oh, that will solve the problem. But the REI one is not waterproof. It doesn't really hold a lot, which, you know, for most things, like, you really don't kind of need it to. Like, I have my ID, credit cards, things like that. Got a flashlight in there, my keys, you know, whatever. And I got a battery pack in there right now. But yeah, the one that I put on the hip belt, just kind of not testing this out, but just testing having a fanny pack there as another little storage system. I don't know, probably my excuse to pack way more stuff than I need. But just something I ran into last time when I was out here, where, you know, it was raining and like I had to pull one of my Dyneema sacks out and like put my phones in there real quick, and like I was holding them in my hand while I was getting lost back there looking for water. So I was like, well, maybe having like that fanny pack would be beneficial and like make it make sense, you know. Sorry, it's a little shaky. So since I don't have the Hyperlite one yet, I just kind of had this thing laying around the house. It's more like a hygiene bag, but it's got like the little belt loops on the back of it. So yeah, just kind of testing that out. So that's extra weight. I got about 4 more pounds of food than I did last time, which so instead of the 8, I'm carrying 12 pounds, just because once I finish this trek, I'm not getting picked up to be like dropped off towards my bike, so I have to make the trek all the way back, which could be a couple of days, up to 3, depending on how I'm hiking and feeling and all that. So I figure I'm going to be out here for probably about 6 days. So I didn't have a choice. I had to bring extra food. Trying to avoid like spending a bunch of money in these towns. I really don't have a lot. I only have a few dollars, so what else? I have 2, so like the shirt I'm wearing, I have the same like black shirt I always wear, and then my thermal shirt that I forgot last time, So I actually brought 2 of those, one to hike in and then one to sleep in, because I know like I'm possibly going to get sweaty while I'm hiking. So I have one to sleep in, and then I have 2 other t-shirts, you know, so basically 2 t-shirts to hike in, 1 t-shirt to sleep in, and then I did bring another long sleeve shirt, so I do have some extra clothes, just because it's hot or cold out. I don't really have like the hiking clothing that I want, where I could, you know, really minimize my clothing, utilizing like good clothing that will keep me warm, and like trying to bring any of the current jackets I have is just too heavy. So basically like layering up on shirts, so that's like extra weight. Like I said, the sandals, little flip-flops, that's extra weight. Yeah, I don't know. I got a few things in here that it is just making the bag heavy. And then plus like timing today. You know, I had essentially planned on basically eating 2 meals by this point. I find that I hike better when I'm actually eating and not just wake up, have coffee, and, you know, snack on a few granola bars, and then have dinner. So if I actually wake up, have coffee, have breakfast maybe an hour later, kind of hike a little bit, then, you know, stop, have breakfast, and then, you know, by like 1, stop and have lunch, and then later on in the evening have dinner. You know, I find like I'm getting my calories back, I have that energy. So yeah, and I mean, you know, while 2 meals is not like gonna make significant difference to this weight I'm packing, still just, it would have been less, and, you know, less I'm carrying tomorrow too. So, and then tonight, you know, would have had my 3rd meal, so a day's worth of food would have been gone. All right, so got a fallen down tree on the trail. This trail is trying to do everything it can to beat me. Like, I won't let it. You know, coming out here today, like riding the bike 30 miles, like there's, you know, a bike trail that I was on, and like even that, falling down trees. Once I hit like LaGrange Lake again, because how the roadway made me get on the trail, like there was a fallen down tree there too that I had to lift the bike over. It's just it's just never ending. It's crazy. Hey, how you doing? Good, good. So, yeah, just wants to beat me, but not this time. I'm going to finish, so. Alright, so taking my first little break, I had to stop. I gotta get food in me. I can just feel my body just not feeling right, so time to, you know, rehydrate, get some mass amount of electrolytes in me. That bike ride really, like, it takes so much out of me. You know, riding 30 miles, I got a 11-mile hike, so I'm about halfway in at this point, and yeah, I found a nice little spot, so I'm gonna set up here, show you guys what I'm making, and then I'll show you the view that I'm looking at. So it's super pretty, it's so peaceful. It's kind of making this heavy bag like worthwhile looking at these views out here. So it's pretty awesome. Alright, so in the Hyperlight repack, I've got some ramen, some fajita flavored chicken, and then in the bottom of this I found this this like chili kind of packet thing, kind of the same thing like for like the scrambled egg dish that I have. So I found a chili one, and it's basically like the chili flavored meat and whatever. So yeah, so and I'm gonna put that in a little tortilla shell and gobble that down. But while we're waiting on this water to boil, it's kind of windy up here. I didn't bring the windscreen, so got a little bit on this water. Plus it's cold, takes longer. But yeah, let me show you this view. This view is amazing. Alright, so just came from up that way where I was making lunch, and Whitewater Lake Campground is right behind me. There's actually one of the campsites is kind of like right there at the trail, so perfect for a tent. I think the website said they have like 29 sites, but I'm trying to make this other campsite for this different place. But yeah, primitive. There's no showers, anything like that, but I think it did say it did have bathrooms. I saw a fire pit at this one, picnic table, pretty big spot. Definitely fit a couple of tents there. No trees though for hammocks, so I'd be shit out of luck if I just couldn't hike anymore and that happened to be the only spot available. But yeah, the website also said like mid-May to mid-October. I don't know if this is still considered mid-October. It's kind of like the end of October. So I think we're on like 27th or 28th, something like that. So yeah, but yeah, Whitewater Lake Campground right there. So if you're hiking the I-80 and you need a spot, it looks pretty good from what I saw. So yeah, here we go, pressing on. Alright, that is the end of the Whitewater Lake segment. Now I've got 4.5 miles of connecting road. So just back, probably like 0.2 behind me, there was a little creek. Water looked pretty decent. So I'm gonna fill up when I get a little closer to where I'm going. So I got about 4.6, and then before I reach the next segment, and then that segment, short one, 1.6, and somewhere on there is where I'm staying for the night. So it's about 4:30. Got a couple more hours. Got to knock this out. So I am actually eating on the go. cooked up the food and then kind of packed up, and I'm just eating as I'm walking. Just because I knew I didn't have time to really sit there and relax and eat. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so yeah, I just stopped here, took a little break for a few minutes, filled up both my water bottles. I actually filled up the Ct3 filter as well, the 3-liter. So it might be a little grueling kind of carrying that on this road. You know, I don't know, probably maybe like a mile. But yeah, that thing's pretty neat. Tons of people already stopping here, like filling up gallons and gallons of water. So I guess that thing runs like all year long. And then you know, you got a little shelter here if you need to kind of get out of the rain for a little bit. So this is pretty cool. This is definitely a really cool find. So taking advantage of some nice, really clean water. I don't know what that water source looks like closer to the campground that I'm staying at. So we're just gonna suffer a little bit and carry three pounds of water inside this bladder, plus the 2 pounds with the 2 1-liters I got. So 5 pounds. Here we go. Let's get to it. We gotta crush some miles here because I gotta get to the campground and get set up before it gets dark. So I'm I'm reading the comments that are on the Gut Hooks app. So like a lot of the different like little waypoints and stuff, like people can write public comments and you can write little notes and things. And everybody's talking about this psychotic badger that lives in that little area there. Everybody has gotten messed with by it. So like nobody's been attacked or anything, but it's definitely been coming out and like running across the camp and growling and hissing. Badgers aren't friendly. They're pretty ruthless. So yeah, I really need to get to camp before the sun goes down so I can get this shelter set up, get this food hung up in a tree, and get cozy before this badger comes out. So we'll see. Here we go. Alright, so coming off the main road, and on this side road here, I still got a little ways to go. I'm a slow walker. I don't like having to set up at night, but we'll see. The sky is just too pretty. Alright, well, I finally made it. It's dark out. So the campsite's about a mile in. The badger stories were from a year ago. So I'm hoping and praying that there's no animals, it's just peaceful, so I can quietly set up, get all tucked in. I got a very long day ahead of me. I'm gonna figure something out about the weight on this backpack. So setting up a hammock takes a little time, especially doing it at night, so we'll see. But yep, almost there. Hiking in the dark, not my favorite. Alright, well, got our first creature. I don't know what it is. Maybe a cat. Maybe a little fox. I don't know. You see, like, glowing eyes. And it was like running away. Ha! 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 But then it was like kind of getting pouncy. Ha! Yeah, see, I don't know. This is why I like being where I need to be when it's still daytime. All the night creatures come out. And I'm like, you know, surrounded by children of the corn right now. So, I mean, if I were to get attacked by something, ha! I don't know, I'd be kind of screwed. Oof. This bridge is a little bouncy. Alright, so here's the water source. Not horrible, but I don't like the way it looks at night. So, I mean, definitely stopping to get the water where I did was better, but I don't know what's with that sign. Really. Yeah, I mean, just like a way better water source, healthier, but carrying all that water is definitely slowed me down. So, I don't know. Anyway, it was a creature. Alright, well, I'm all snugged up. Exhausted. So, had to do a little bit of night hiking because I walk super slow. That bag is way too damn heavy. I don't know. I just, it's the food. That's what the problem is. And I packed extra just because, you know, it's going to take me a couple days to get to Janesville, and then I got to hike back to, I don't know, Lake LaGrange, whatever it's called. I got to hike back there. So if it takes me 3 days to get to Janesville, it's another 3 days getting back there. And then, you know, 50-mile-ish bike ride back to Milwaukee. I lucked out coming out here because my buddy works in Waukesha, and I was able to get a ride from him. So, yeah, I've been up since 4 a.m., just grabbing, you know, last-minute stuff, kind of retweaking the bag, and then I had to ride my bike to his house. So I've been out in the cold since 5:30 this morning. The last little bit of heat I saw was at the house. Frost all on the ground and stuff coming out here. So super excited to get inside the hammock. This little DCA camp is it's actually really nice. Tons of room, so you know, like I was able to find 2 trees to set the hammock up on, which was great. Otherwise, I would have had to keep kind of trekking on. So the only thing, like trying to hang the water, trying to hang the food bag, really not a lot of options to hang that stuff. I did find a tree like a little off the kind of DCA camp area that I was able to hang the food bag, and I found a spot to to hang the water. Not too concerned about that thing freezing. Not yet. It's not that cold. Um, but soon enough, I won't be able to do that with the Cat9 filter, because what'll happen is the little membrane inside the filter, like, that'll freeze and it'll start cracking, and then it's not going to filter the water properly. So then, that's catastrophic. But I think it should be fine. I have the 1 liter, just, I guess just in case. Uh, but yeah, so pretty much, got the food bag hung, got the water hung, so I have a little bit of water for tomorrow. Filled up the 2 smart water bottles already, so I got about 1 liter left. And that'll be, used to brush my teeth, just kind of wash my face off. Um, Probably use that as cooking water. This way I don't have to touch the uh, 2 liters that I have, and I can have one for drinking while I go hike tomorrow, and then one completely full for cooking water. So I'll just use what's left in the Cat9 filter. The 1 liter I have in the sleeping bag with me. And then, I put my battery packs, like these will all go inside the sleeping bag with me, just because of my body heat and everything. So that'll end up keeping them warm. As it gets cold, those batteries die a lot faster. My other phone, this thing has been acting up like crazy. So it's definitely time to get a new one. So I'll have to save for that. But yeah, usually, like, what I'll do, I got everything set up really, like, perfectly. Um, the shirts that I wore hiking, like, if those were sweaty, I would normally hang those from the ridgeline up here. Um, but they're really not bad, so I have those in the sleeping bag with me as well, just to kind of get that body heat. So when I put that on tomorrow to go hike again, it's not going to be like putting on ice cold clothes. Um, my Darn Tough socks, obviously, like, they're a little moist from my feet. So those are hanging up inside the little hammock area, just hopefully to kind of dry out a little bit. And yeah, so I mean, anything I need to keep, like, relatively warm, I'll just stick inside the sleeping bag. Um, if I get, like, too hot with the little hat on, I'll take that off, and I'll just put the hoodie on, and then I'll put the battery packs inside the hat, and then inside the sleeping bag. Yeah, and then I don't know if you can see, but oh shit, I'm breaking stuff. So yeah, so there's a little gear sling up here. I just kind of put, I put whatever additional stuff in there. The charging cords are in there. I do usually bring, like, one snack with me in here. I know it's not really good to kind of bring food in your shelter, but I do typically bring a snack, just in case I can't sleep. Like, it's just a pain in the ass walking to the food bag, lower that, get a snack out, tie it all back up, and then pull it and hang it from the tree again. So I'll keep, like, a granola bar or a little bit of trail mix. Um, but yeah, so, I got my sleeping bag liner, and then my outdoor vitals, um, OV, got my outdoor vitals underquilt, which honestly, like, I haven't even set it up as an underquilt yet. I've just been using it as a sleeping bag inside the hammock. Um, I don't know. It's so warm. It's nice. So this is the 0 degree one. Typically, you add like 10 or 15 degrees. So, um, but yeah, and then little inflatable Outdoor Vitals pillow. It's one thing I do want to swap out for colder weather. These inflatables, I want to leave at home and get like a nicer, kind of like a down pillow. It's going to be a little bit warmer, provide a little bit of, you know, insulation for my head. These aren't really like insulated at all, so whatever. But yeah, and then like the phone that I'm recording on now, like I'll pop some YouTube videos on, um, and I'll just I'll watch that until I pass out. Uh, I'll set an alarm on this phone so that I can wake up early tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I want to get up. Originally, I was gonna set the alarm for 5, and then kind of get up, make breakfast, make my coffee, um, and then kind of start tearing things down to get like a super early start. So I've got tomorrow I got a lot of road walking. I think it's like 10 miles of road, which is not fun, especially with a heavy backpack. And then like another 10 miles um, of trail. So maybe a little less. I think it's a little less on both. Because there's another section. Basically, like tomorrow and the day after, I kind of have to do like 15 to 18 miles each day to finish. So I wanted to kind of do an 18 miler tomorrow, and then I think it's like 15 the next day. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at the map, but yeah, I don't know. The road walking is gonna absolutely murder me. So yeah, ate, made some dinner after I got everything set up. I was sitting in my chair and had some hot chocolate. So yeah, belly's full. I got some hot foods in me. So good to go. Um, but yeah, these next 2 days, like I mean, we're getting closer to Janesville, so we're gonna start like walking into some towns. Milton's coming up, so like I'm in Whitewater, so I'll pass this and I'll get into Milton. Milton, I'm like super familiar with, just because, like I said, my family used to have a trailer at this campground, Black Hawk Campground, and that's actually in Milton. So I'm kind of familiar with the town and everything. A lot of cute little shops and whatnot. So yeah, uh, so depending like what time I get it over there, I might stop somewhere, grab a cup of coffee, kind of charge everything, just make sure I have full charges, and just kind of hang out in Milton. I gotta figure out where I'm sleeping. Ideally, I need to probably get like a hotel, but I'll have to raise some money for that. So yeah, so we'll see. Otherwise, we're gonna have to figure out how to stealth camp somewhere. So, which I don't mind doing. Obviously, on this channel, I've stealth camped, you know, for months, but I'm just in like an unfamiliar place, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, this trail will be so much easier with the tent. Uh, so yeah, food for thought on that. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to some YouTube and try to pass out here. So long day, big day tomorrow. So I'll see you guys out there.